Hey y'all, it's dinner time over here at Plate Liquors. Tonight I am cooking some dinner on the stove and some of it on the Blackstone. If you don't have a Blackstone, it'll be very easy for you to cook this right on top of your stove. But this is just kind of something I do that's quick and easy. This one tonight is for my Aunt Donna. She lives in Florida and she requested some low carb meals. Right up my alley. So, and this is one my husband actually likes. So we'll be having a what I call just kind of a hamburger cabbage mix up. Yeah, we don't really have a name. I just usually say, oh, we're having hamburger and cabbage, and my husband knows exactly what that is. So I'm going to show you guys all the ingredients we're going to use. Along with that, tonight I'm making some coconut jasmine rice, which is so good. Show you what we're using. Okay, so for the hamburger and cabbage part, of course I have some lean hamburger. I'll be using my coconut aminos, kind of like soy sauce. I'll be using my real salt, organic seasoned salt. I've got some mushrooms, some sweet peppers, some onions. My green onions are for garnish. Then I've got a half a head of cabbage. And that's really all that goes into the hamburger part. And then for the coconut jasmine rice, of course, you got to have jasmine rice. There's a little sugar in there, a little bit of salt. These are unsweetened coconut flakes, coconut milk, a little chicken broth, and a lime. Now, any recipe that you find probably for coconut rice, of course, you mix the rice with water. But you guys know me. I'm all about the little extra. So that chicken broth, and it's reduced sodium chicken broth, by the way. That's kind of all I buy because I'd rather put my own sea salt in there rather than have all that salt that they put in chicken broth. Anyway, that little chicken broth just kicks it up a notch. It's just that little extra that takes it from ordinary to extraordinary. So you see, I have got 2 cups of rice measured out into my mesh strainer. I'm going to set that over my sink and I'm going to rinse it to get all the starch off. Because what that's going to do is when it cooks, it's not going to be all gluey and stuck together. We're going to be rinsing all that starch off of there. And you just rinse it and toss it with your hands and rinse it until the water is running clear and not white. So I'm going to go ahead and get that started and get that in my pan, and then we'll come back and put all this together. Okay, the rice is rinsed. I have the 2 cups in the pot. We are going to add, you need about 1.5 cups of liquid, well, of water or chicken broth. I've got almost 1.5 cups because I am adding in the juice of 1 lime. So that's going to add some more of the liquid. We're going to add in a teaspoon of our sea salt. I'm going to add in a teaspoon of sugar. Well, 1 to 2 teaspoons. I'm only going to put in 1 because I don't want like super sweet rice. You can put up to 2. Then this is the unsweetened coconut flakes. And I am going to use 1/4 of a cup of unsweetened coconut flakes. You don't have to put that if you don't want to. You can just use the coconut milk. So this is not coconut cream, this is coconut milk. The coconut cream is a lot thicker. You use that in a lot of desserts. So you shake this up really well, and we're going to be dumping in the entire can. Okay. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Okay. Good to the last drop. I might get a spatula and scrape a little bit more of that out. Now, our I'm gonna just put that little bit of salt in there. I'm not gonna worry about it. Our lime, I want to zest it now before I squeeze it because I'm gonna use the lime zest on the top of our meal tonight as kind of part of the garnish. It's gonna just add a little bit of freshness because this rice is super rich. Now our hamburger and cabbage is not. It's very light tasting. You don't even have to have rice. Most of the time, I make just plain rice for my husband, which plain rice means Jasmine, because that's what I buy is Jasmine rice. Make sure when you're zesting that you don't get into that white part that's the pith. You only want the colorful part of any kind of fruit that you zest, be it lemon, lime, orange. You only want to get that good colorful part there. Golly, if y'all could smell this, I feel like I'm in Jamaica or something. All right. So that's good enough. That's all I'll need. You don't need a ton of it. And I should have pulled it closer, but there we go. All right, so we've got our zest. Now we can go ahead and slice our lime. I know I was telling you something, but Lord knows I don't remember what it was. All right, we're going to put our lime in our juicer, and we're going to give a squeeze. Get all that good lime juice out of there. Okay, we're going to just go and put this right in that can. I guess I'll scrape it out. We're going to do the other half. Most of the recipes don't call for lime juice, but I like to experiment. Who put the lime in the coconut? Yes, the girl is crazy. Okay, so this is all we're going to mix together. We are going to take this, put it on our burner. We're going to get it boiling, and as soon as it comes to a boil, we're going to put the lid on it, and we're going to turn it down to low, and we're going to cook this for about 20 minutes. Then I'll take the lid off, and I will cook it with the lid off for about another 5 minutes. When you're doing plain rice, you would not do that last step and cook it for another 5 minutes. But with this, because it's got extra ingredients and a little extra liquid that you wouldn't have in normal rice, that extra 5 minutes with the lid off kind of helps it reduce down and gets all that liquid kind of cooked up or evaporated off, okay? So I'm going to get this done. Be right back. Okay, so the rice is cooking. I have sliced up the mushrooms and peppers. See how they're just in little kind of slivers. And these will all cook basically at the same time on the Blackstone. So I'm going to just put these in this bowl and get these out of our way. Alright, and then with the cabbage, like I said, this is just a leftover piece of cabbage, and when I pulled this out, this side had gotten a little bit, kind of, it looks almost grayish, and all that is from where you slice your cabbage in half. It's just from the air. It's kind of like how apples turn brown, so all I had done was just shaved those kind of brown pieces off. Now the core is right here, and I just come down and I just cut that little core right off. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that. And now what I like to do is I like to take this and cut it in half again. So now I've got quarters. And then we will just slice this. It'll fall apart. This will be the perfect size, nothing to it. Okay, so there is the cabbage ready to go on. I'm going to put that in this bowl. So what I do is when I get all this on the Blackstone, and I probably will not take the camera out. Y'all seen me use the bowl. I don't know, I might. It's pretty interesting. Nah, never mind. Skip that. I will take you guys outside because the way I do the different vegetables at a different time, I kind of wanted y'all to see that. So I'm going to just get our little green onions cut up, and then I will get the camera outside, get the Blackstone turned on, and I will be back to cook this stuff up. All right, we're about to get this Blackstone rolling. She's heated up. She's about ready to rock and roll here. I'm going to put a little bit of avocado oil on here. And I am going to first start with my veggies. I'm going to get that avocado oil all spread out here. Alright, we're going to dump our cabbage on. Okay, we're going to get that spread out. And then in the middle here, we're going to dump on our onions and peppers and some shrooms. Spread those babies out. We're going to get those going. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do now is take a little bit of this real salt, seasoning salt, and I'm going to sprinkle some in my hand because I do not want the steam getting into my container. I think y'all remember, if y'all seen my other video, I'll tell y'all this. Do not sprinkle any seasoning over hot food because all that steam gets in the jar, picks it all up, and it becomes a mess. Now we are putting our hamburger on the grill. Alright, we got those going. It's hot out here on this porch. Got a couple ceiling fans, but it's hot and humid here in Bon Air, Virginia. Even y'all probably can't see it because of the way the camera is, but my lake's just over there. And a lot of times we get a good breeze off the lake, but not much breeze blowing tonight, but I got my little fresh squeezed lemonade. Y'all know this is what I said, the copycat Chick-fil-A Diet Lemonade. If you want to see how to make this, head on over to the Plate Liquors YouTube channel. Find out how to make some lemonade and make sure you like and share for me. I would also appreciate any of these videos and things that y'all like, or my entire page if you like everything I do. Please share it with your friends. You know you can invite all of your friends to my page, and if you don't know how, give me a direct message and I will have my son tell you how to. I don't know how either. But anyway, that's why we have kids, right? So they can help us do stuff. But anyway, y'all hear this thing sizzling. This is a quick meal. It doesn't take long on this Blackstone. Handy dandy meat chopping tool. We're going to get it chopping up. Push it down, quarter of a turn. You can use your spatula if you do not have one of these. But I would suggest you getting online, going to the store, and trying to find you one. When my son, Corey, saw me using this, he was like, Mom, I gotta have one. So he got one of these for Christmas last year. I think it was Christmas I gave it to him. But anyway, we just chopping it up. What y'all doing tonight? What are y'all having for dinner tonight? Are y'all doing some outdoor grilling? It's Friday night here, coming up on this Labor Day weekend, getting ready for a long weekend. Yeehaw! Don't we all love long weekends? It makes cooking out in the heat a whole lot better, doesn't it? Alright, that's about all I'll need this chopper for. Get that extra little hamburger off of there. Now I'm going to season this up with the same seasoning salt. I don't want too much because I'll be using the cocoa aminos. Now, my cocoa aminos, you know, it's like an alternative to soy sauce. It's not real salty like soy sauce. It's almost got a teriyaki-ish, is that word? Teriyaki-ish. I can come up with some stuff. Anyway, it's kind of got a little bit of that flavor to it. Not really as sweet as teriyaki. But if y'all are debating, I know one comment, somebody told me they were debating on getting a Blackstone That's why I'm trying to use it some. So if people can't decide or they're, oh, I had turned this down when I was inside. Let me fire this thing up so we can get this meal done. If y'all are debating, I'm hoping y'all see me using this and see how quick and easy it is to cook on it. It will encourage y'all to get one. You can very easily do this inside in a pan. You know, you'll just have to, you know, maybe brown up your ground beef, set it to the side, and then kind of stir fry up your vegetables in a big old pan, and that'll be just fine. But the flavor that the Blackstone gives it, you cannot recreate that on the burner. Now, if you have a cast iron skillet, you can get close. Cast iron skillet does good, but non-stick frying pan is not going to give you the same flavor I'm going to get by grilling this up. Just like you grill up a hamburger or something, or cook it in a frying pan, it's going to be different, right? Well, this is the same way. Now, I don't like my vegetables like super mushy and done. And when I take these off, I'm going to put them in this pan, in these two pans right here, and I have lids for them. I'm going to put those lids on them while I am cleaning my Blackstone, which it's not going to take me but 2-3 minutes, maybe about 3 minutes to clean my Blackstone because it's so seasoned, things don't really stick to it. This hamburger is almost done. And these are right there at it. Now what I'm on, I need to tell y'all, you know earlier when I was cooking up the rice and stuff and I said, oh, I forgot what I was talking about because that's what happens as you get older and you get sidetracked. But it's okay. So it usually come back around. Well, it came back around. So ignore my little rosy cheeks. So I was going to say, especially for you, Aunt Donna, that if you want to, excuse me, make this totally low carb, instead of the Jasmine rice, what you can do is you can make cauliflower rice, and you can make coconut cauliflower rice. So what you would do is you'd get about a pound of cauliflower, and you can buy fresh and put it in your food processor and make your own cauliflower rice, or you can buy it frozen in a package. So you want about a 16-ounce bag. You would put some like avocado oil in your frying pan, or better yet, put some coconut oil in your frying pan, and just mix that up. You not cook it, but just get it all coated. And then what you're going to do is you're going to use about 2/3 of a cup of coconut cream, not coconut milk, coconut cream. And then you can put some of that flake coconut if you want to, but you're going to basically just kind of stir that around, kind of like stir fry that rice around for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that's going to be done. You can put a little lime juice in there still, and you can put some lime zest on the top. But that's how you would make coconut cauliflower rice. You wouldn't put the water. You eliminate that because cauliflower's got enough water of its own. You don't need to do any more. All right, so this hamburger is coming off. It's done. So we're going to grab this little bowl here. We're going to put our hamburger in this one. Look, if you wanted to do this with some chicken, you could do that. Let's say you might have some leftover rotisserie chicken. Tear that up and put that on here. Use whatever you got. Alright, so this little side of the grill over here is a little bit hotter, and it's got that good hamburger flavor to it. So what I'm going to do now is I have about 1/4 of a stick of butter. Butter makes everything better. Alright, so we got our butter in here melting up. Now I'm going to take some of these cocoa aminos. I'm going to shake it up a little bit. And I'm going to just put a little bit on here until I think it's enough. Same like you do soy sauce. I don't know, just put a little bit on there. How to tell you, maybe a 1/4 of a cup. I don't know. Get us sizzling up. That butter is melting, and so am I. It's worth it. This taste is worth the sweat. Now, when I come back on here to plate up, y'all don't expect me to looking all pretty with my makeup on. So this sweat is off. I would not have the makeup on when I'm back. Disclaimer. Working with the oldies. Me. Alright, so now that that's all ready, I'm going to dump my burger back on here. We're going to mix it up. Then I'll be about ready. I'm going to take me a little piece of this cabbage and hopefully not burn my tongue. I want to see if I got enough cocoa aminos on there. Dang it. That is good. I'm going to do a little bit more. Yes. Yes. All right. I'm going to turn this off. She is ready. And look, this makes a lot. You see how much this makes up? This will definitely feed a big family, but see, I will eat on this. I can eat lunch with this or leftover night or whatever. I can eat this right here. And there is no reason at all that this would not go right into your freezer. Because there's no potatoes. You know, potatoes, they don't freeze too good. Potatoes can get kind of, I don't know, mealy kind of if you freeze them. But this right here, do you ever feel like you need just one more arm or one more hand? All right, peeps. All right, looky. Woo, can you see the steam coming off? Does it look delicious? All right, look, I'm going to clean this grill up. I'm going to holler at you in a minute. Okay, back in there, my grill's clean. I timed it this time. 3.5 minutes to clean my Blackstone. Super easy. So our rice is ready. Our meat and cabbage is ready. I can get the lid off of it. We're going to take our rice and we're going to give it a little fluff. Y'all see that steam coming off here? I'm going to hold it up so y'all can see the way this rice turned out. Pan's heavy. It's heavy. He ain't heavy. He's my brother. Y'all know I like to sing. Sing, girl. See that nice fluffy rice? It's not gummy or sticky. It's just nice and fluffy. I could fluff it a little more. Got that coconut in there. All right. So we're going to put a little rice on the plate. Right here, smack dab in the middle, a little rice. Okay. Smack dab in the middle. Let her stand up tall. Don't smush it all out. Stand up tall, look pretty. I don't want that rice in here, so I am going to get another spoon for the meat. Alright, let's stir this up. Y'all see that steam coming off here too? Alright, we're going to take a good old heaping spoon of this stuff. And we're going to stick it right there on top and let her fall where she will. That's the beauty. Let it do what it wants to do. Alright, we're going to put another one right here. I don't see much mushrooms on this one, so I'm going to come in here and get a few little shrooms. Alright, we got our plates here. I'm going to take a little bit of green onions. Pretty this thing up. Put a little extra zing of flavor. And then we're going to take, I have some unsweetened toasted coconut. Let me show y'all what that look like. Or maybe it's easier to see it in the bag. Can y'all see that nice chunky toasted coconut? I'm not going to put much of this on because the texture is a little bit chewy, so I don't want to ruin it. But just it's a little crunch from the toasted, a little chewy. So it just adds a little bit extra texture here. I'm going to tell you what else is good on here if you ever get any. You know those fried onions like you put on a green bean casserole? They're delicious on top of this. So we're going to put a little bit of this lime zest. You don't want too much. You don't want it to be overwhelming. All right, people. There she is. Pretty, pretty. Let's give it a taste. Get in here and get some of this coconut rice. Do a piece of that hamburger. Come on now, cooperate. Yes. The coconut and the rice, it's not overwhelming, but it's just a little hint of coconut. All that butter, I can taste that butter on those vegetables, and that is some delicious organic ground beef from Sam's. The little bit of lime zest just makes it pop, and that coconut on top is giving it a little crunch. Honey, I'm going to sit down to eat the real thing, because I didn't have lunch today. I had me some nuts by 11 o'clock. That's it. I'm ready to eat. See y'all in a minute. Alrighty, we are sitting down to eat our Jasmine coconut rice and our cabbage and hamburger. So, honey, would you like to do the honors? My husband's tired. He worked hard today. All right.
Father, thank you for this food we're about to receive. Bless this food to nourish our body. Bless the hands that prepared it. And thank you for providing it. Help us less fortunate to find food and shelter. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right. Gotta give you a fork.
What, no blackberries?
Don't play with me.
What we got here? Coconut.
Yes. I know you love some coconut, and that's coconut rice. This is right up my alley. All right. We're gonna finish up our supper, and we'll be back to see if Charles licked his plate. I bet you I do. All right, we are done and we are stuffed, and I will let Charles tell you why we're so stuffed.
Because it was so good, we both had a second plateful.
Wait, I wouldn't say a second plateful. I would just say another small little spoon.
Wrong.
We're not going to go with another plate full.
I had a plateful. It was fantastic.
It really was delicious.
So, after 2 plates, it definitely is a plate licker. No doubt.
It was all good, but I'm going to tell you that coconut rice really set it apart.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't made this before with coconut rice. It was worth a little bit extra effort. Make you some. You can do it on a Blackstone if you have it, or just do it in frying pan. But this is delicious. It's good. It's healthy. And don't forget, low carbers, ketoers, you can make cauliflower rice with this, and then it can be totally carb free. And there's still plenty of leftovers for us. So make you some. See you next time. Have a good evening.